Beneath California's golden skies and whispering palm trees, the unthinkable is happening. That paradise you dreamed of, the ocean views, the suburban serenity, the effortless wealth, is no longer just teetering. It's on the verge of a full-blown housing collapse. In 2025, the very cities that once symbolized success, where homes soared past $1 million, are unraveling under the weight of sky-high mortgages, vanishing demand, and financial overreach. This isn't just a cool-down, it's a terrifying reckoning. Are you ready for the truth? Because these are the 10 California cities you must avoid before the bubble unleashes its full fury. We're diving deep into the grim data, where prices are in free fall, where listings are piling up, and where your dream home could become a financial nightmare. Today, Discover the Nation unveils the cities at the epicenter of California's impending housing crash. If you're ready for the insights that could save your financial future, gently hit that subscribe button to Discover the Nation. Your support powers these vital investigations. Let's begin.
Number 10. Tustin. Nestled in central Orange County, this suburban community might seem like a dream. Tree-lined streets, charming neighborhoods, and a prime location near Irvine. But in 2025, this dream comes at a staggering, unsustainable cost that is now cracking. The median home price in Tustin has surged to approximately $1.21 million, up from $920,000 just 3 years ago. That's a jump of over 30%, fueled by tight inventory and aggressive investor demand during the pandemic years. The cracks are now forming that threaten its stability. With mortgage rates averaging around 7%, a 30-year fixed loan on a median-priced home with 20% down now runs over $7,400 per month. That's before taxes and insurance. The median household income in Tustin hovers around $100,000, which is simply not enough to comfortably manage these payments. Housing affordability has collapsed, with price-to-income ratios nearing 12-to-1. Inventory is up over 25% year-over-year, and homes are sitting longer, now averaging 47 days. Over 40% of listings have had at least one price cut, a sign that demand is softening rapidly. Even the rental market, once red hot, is showing signs of fatigue, making real estate investors think twice about cash flow. With borrowing costs high, affordability stretched thin, and fewer buyers entering the market, Tustin's housing market appears extremely vulnerable. Without a significant correction or a drop in interest rates, this city may face a painful period of stagnation, or worse, depreciation, in the coming year. Number 9. Riverside. Once widely touted as the affordable LA and a supposed refuge for those priced out of coastal cities, the Inland Empire was seen as a pathway to the California dream. But in 2025, even Riverside, with its history as a ground zero in the 2008 crash, is now facing a brutal, accelerating downturn that signals a severe market collapse. Its previous boom has set the stage for a painful reckoning. Median prices here recently hovered around $575,000, but are now visibly down 5 to 7% year-over-year, pushing the median to around $550,000. That's a significant loss of over $35,000 on a typical home, a brutal reversal after 40% growth during the pandemic years. The real problem tearing through Riverside's market? An overwhelming inventory surge. Listings are up a staggering 55% compared to last year, creating an extreme surplus that demand simply cannot absorb. Homes that once vanished in days are now sitting for over 50 days, with over 35% of all listings experiencing multiple price cuts. Buyers are firmly in control, and the desperation among sellers is palpable, triggering panic. Meanwhile, pandemic-era investors are now fleeing en masse, often dumping properties at a loss just to escape before values fall further. This massive investor exodus is flooding the market. Riverside's chronic traffic issues, persistent wildfire threats, and the critical lack of robust public transit are now making wary buyers think twice, reversing the migration trend.
If prices keep slipping and inventory continues to balloon, Riverside's once radiant real estate glow could tragically fade for good in 2025, leaving a trail of financial regret for those who bought into its fleeting dream.
Number 8. Sacramento. For many, this state capital represented the affordable Bay Area escape, a haven that swelled with residents fleeing coastal prices during the pandemic. But Sacramento's rapid boom and its prior painful history in 2008 make it a top contender for a severe housing meltdown in 2025. It's a market where the dream of escape has dangerously inflated into a fragile bubble. Sacramento's meteoric rise was fueled by an unsustainable influx of buyers from the Bay Area, pushing home prices up by over 40% between 2020 and 2022. The median home price peaked around $540,000. However, in 2025, that figure is visibly plummeting to around $450,000, a brutal 16.7% drop, or a staggering loss of $90,000. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market shifts, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support powers our in-depth investigations. The alarming parallel to 2008 lies in its reliance on external demand and affordability stretch. With mortgage rates near 7%, the median home price is now an immense lift for a local median income of $75,000. Inventory has surged dramatically, up 46% year over year, as more homes hit the market than buyers can absorb. Price cuts are rampant. In a true meltdown scenario, this trend would accelerate as Bay Area migration has slowed and investors retreat. Sacramento's history of being an epicenter in the 2008 crash, coupled with its overvaluation from the pandemic-era boom, positions it precariously for a repeat meltdown in 2025, threatening a significant loss of equity for those who bought at the peak.
Number 7. Porter Ranch. This affluent master-planned community in the San Fernando Valley is known for its sprawling homes, gated enclaves, and picturesque hillside views. It symbolized the comfortable, upscale California suburban dream. But in 2025, even Porter Ranch is beginning to show significant cracks, signaling that its high-flying housing market is facing an unexpected and painful downturn, threatening to unravel years of soaring property values. In 2022, the median home price in Porter Ranch had soared to around $1.1 million, fueled by its desirability and the general LA housing boom. But in 2025, that figure is visibly sliding, with neighborhoods already experiencing 3 to 5% price drops year over year. For a community with such high property values, even this seemingly small percentage translates to a brutal loss of $33,000 to $55,000 in value for the typical homeowner, creating immediate regret for recent buyers who believed in endless appreciation. Inventory is up a significant 25% year over year, meaning there are far more high-value homes on the market than interested buyers. Properties that once vanished in under a month are now sitting for an average of 45 to 55 days, accumulating multiple price cuts. Sellers are increasingly desperate, slashing initial asking prices by $50,000 to $100,000 to stay competitive in a rapidly cooling environment. Stubbornly high mortgage rates, stuck near 7%, make the payment on an average Porter Ranch home exceed $7,300 per month before taxes and insurance. Bottom line, Porter Ranch still looks pristine, but its housing market is flickering, its shine fading fast under the weight of rising costs, dwindling demand, and mounting unsold inventory, hinting at a larger correction to come.
Number 6. San Clemente. San Clemente, proudly dubbed the Spanish Village by the Sea, is a coastal gem in South Orange County known for its red tile roofs, surf culture, and panoramic Pacific views. It's the very image of the Californian dream come alive. But in 2025, this sun-soaked paradise is sitting on a real estate bubble that's not just deflating, it's visibly nearing a breaking point, making it one of California's most financially precarious coastal markets, signaling an impending crash. Median home prices have climbed to a staggering $1.72 million, up over 45% since 2019. Placing it among the most expensive non-metropolitan coastal markets in California. For today's buyer, that price point demands an almost impossible down payment of nearly $344,000. And the monthly mortgage payments? They top $11,500 at a 7% interest rate. Add in $18,900 annually in property taxes and a crushing $4,500 for insurance, especially crucial in a region increasingly exposed to sea level rise and coastal erosion, and you're paying close to $180,000 a year just to own a median home. San Clemente's market is seeing demand slow dramatically. Average days on market have climbed past 63, a chilling sign of buyer hesitation. And sellers are now routinely slashing asking prices by $100,000 to $200,000. In early 2025, nearly half of all listings underwent at least one price cut, a desperate attempt to move properties. Inventory is rising, particularly in the luxury condo and second home markets, where out-of-state buyers are disappearing due to high borrowing costs and economic uncertainty. San Clemente may tragically become a case study in what happens when a coastal boomtown gets priced beyond its fundamentals.
Number 5. Dana Point. Dana Point is a postcard-worthy coastal paradise perched on dramatic cliffs with ocean views, yacht harbors, and some of the most beautiful shorelines in Southern California. But for all its natural charm, Dana Point's housing market in 2025 is treading into dangerous bubble territory, where its immense beauty is matched by profound financial risk, signaling a significant price collapse. The median home price has surged to a lofty $1.7 million, pricing out even many upper-middle-class families. That translates to a monthly mortgage of approximately $11,300 with a 7% interest rate and 20% down, excluding taxes and insurance. Once you add the $18,700 in annual property taxes and around $4,500 for insurance thanks to its coastal location and fire risks, the cost to own a median home in Dana Point exceeds $160,000 per year. And this doesn't include HOA fees, which often run $350 to $700 per month for ocean view condos or gated communities. In total, some homeowners are paying over $180,000 per year just to maintain their lifestyle. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market shifts, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support powers our in-depth investigations. Despite all this, sales activity is softening. Days on market have increased to over 60, a dramatic shift from the pandemic frenzy when homes were snatched up in days. Over 45% of listings have experienced price cuts, many slashed by $100,000 or more. Oceanfront properties might still command top dollar, but the rest of the market is feeling the pressure. Dana Point relies heavily on tourism and hospitality, which can be volatile in economic downturns. Many short-term rental owners are now trying to exit, flooding the market with inventory. While Dana Point will always be beautiful, in 2025, it's becoming financially out of reach for the vast majority.
Number 4. Irvine. Long hailed as a safe, meticulously master-planned model city and a symbol of Californian suburban perfection, Irvine's reputation now stands on dangerously shaky ground. In 2025, if the U.S. economy enters a recession, this formerly pristine housing market faces a profound and painful collapse, threatening to unravel years of soaring property values. Irvine's explosive growth was fueled by its top-tier schools, corporate campuses, and immense desirability, pushing the median home price to a jaw-dropping peak around $1.6 million. However, this aggressive appreciation led to extreme overvaluation, making it vulnerable to any economic shock. A national recession would directly impact the corporate and tech sectors that feed Irvine's affluent buyer pool, leading to hiring freezes and job insecurity. The danger for Irvine is magnified by its high ongoing costs and potential buyer fatigue. With mortgage rates near 7%, the monthly payment on a median Irvine home is astronomical, over $10,000 before high property taxes and HOA fees. Inventory has already increased, up 35% year over year, and homes are sitting longer, average 55 days. In a true meltdown scenario, this surplus would overwhelm reduced demand, leading to widespread price reductions, potentially a 25% drop from peak values. Furthermore, the high-end condo market is especially weak, with foreign investor demand shrinking. Irvine's housing market, built on a foundation of seemingly perfect growth, is highly susceptible to an economic downturn, threatening widespread equity losses and a sharp correction if a recession materializes.
Number 3. Santa Clarita. This sprawling, family-friendly valley city, nestled in northern Los Angeles County, was once considered a haven for commuters seeking more space and perceived value away from the dense urban core. Its master-planned communities and appealing lifestyle drove immense growth. But in 2025, Santa Clarita has transformed into an increasingly perilous landscape, with its housing market showing clear signs of a coming crash, where its rapid expansion has become its downfall. The median home price in Santa Clarita had soared to around $750,000, but now that figure is visibly sliding, with analysts predicting an 8 to 12% price drop year over year. For a widespread suburban community, even that percentage translates to a brutal loss of $60,000 to $90,000 in value for the typical homeowner, creating significant regret for recent buyers. If you're finding this crucial information for understanding California's market shifts, please gently hit that subscribe button to discover the nation. Your support helps us bring you more vital insights like this. The market's red flags are stark. Inventory is up a staggering 38% year over year, meaning there are far more homes on the market than interested buyers. Properties that once vanished in under a month are now sitting for an average of 60 to 70 days, accumulating multiple price cuts. Sellers were increasingly desperate, slashing initial asking prices to stay competitive in a rapidly cooling environment. Stubbornly high mortgage rates, stuck near 7%, mean the payment on an average Santa Clarita home exceeds $5,000 per month with 20% down, before taxes and HOAs. This is pricing out entire swaths of would-be buyers. Add in high property taxes, around 1.2% in LA County, and rising insurance costs, and the total burden balloons fast. Bottom line, Santa Clarita still has its family appeal, but its housing market is cracking under the weight of unsustainable growth, dwindling demand, and mounting unsold inventory.
Number 2. Laguna Niguel. This affluent Orange County coastal suburb, celebrated for its ocean views, master-planned communities, and access to some of Southern California's most beautiful beaches, has long epitomized the desirable high-end lifestyle. But in 2025, Laguna Niguel's housing market is sitting on a real estate bubble that's nearing a breaking point, making it one of California's most financially precarious coastal markets. Median home prices have climbed to a staggering $1.4 million, up over 35% since 2019, placing it firmly among California's most expensive non-metropolitan coastal markets. For today's buyer, that price point demands an almost impossible down payment of nearly $280,000. And the monthly mortgage payments, they top $9,300 at a 7% interest rate. Add in $15,400 annually in property taxes and roughly $4,000 for insurance, especially crucial given its coastal location and wildfire risks, and you're paying close to $130,000 a year just to own a median home. Laguna Niguel's market is seeing demand slow dramatically. Average days on market have climbed past 65, a chilling sign of buyer hesitation, and sellers are now routinely slashing asking prices by $100,000 to $250,000. Inventory is rising, particularly in the luxury condo and second home markets where out-of-state buyers are disappearing due to high borrowing costs and economic uncertainty. Worse yet, the rental market is cooling as well. Investors who scooped up properties during the pandemic frenzy are discovering that even at $4,000 to $4,500 in monthly rent, they're falling short of covering mortgage payments, HOA fees, and property upkeep. With short-term rental regulations tightening, many vacation rental owners are also jumping ship. Laguna Niguel is facing a severe triple threat: unaffordable purchase prices, declining investor returns, and increasing climate risk. While the scenery remains unbeatable, the housing economics no longer add up.
If interest rates stay high and buyer hesitancy continues, Laguna Niguel may become a case study in what happens when a coastal boomtown gets priced beyond its fundamentals.
Number 1. Long Beach. This vibrant coastal city, known for its diverse neighborhoods, bustling port, and unique blend of urban energy and beach appeal, was once seen as a more accessible entry point to the Southern California dream. But in 2025, Long Beach is now showing the clearest and most alarming signs of a market teetering on the edge of a full-blown collapse, where its very desirability is now its brutal undoing, cementing its place as the worst. In 2022, the median home price in Long Beach had soared to around $720,000. But in 2025, that figure is visibly plummeting, with analysts predicting a devastating 10 to 15% price drop year over year. For a city with such high property values, that percentage translates to a brutal loss of $72,000 to $108,000 in value for the typical homeowner, creating immediate and profound regret for recent buyers. Inventory is up a staggering 60% year over year, meaning there are vastly more homes on the market than interested buyers. Properties that once vanished in under 3 weeks are now sitting for an agonizing 120 days, accumulating multiple deep price cuts. Sellers are increasingly desperate, slashing initial asking prices by $50,000 to $100,000 just to stay competitive in a rapidly cooling environment. One of the main culprits? Stubbornly high mortgage rates, stuck near 7%. The payment on an average Long Beach home now exceeds $4,800 per month, with 20% down, before taxes and insurance. This is simply pricing out entire swaths of would-be buyers. Add in high property taxes, around 1.25% in LA County, and rising insurance costs, and the total burden balloons fast. Bottom line, Long Beach still has its charm, but its housing market is not just flickering. Its shine is tragically fading fast under the weight of unsustainable growth, dwindling demand, mounting unsold inventory, and widespread financial distress, making it the most vulnerable city for a crash in California in 2025.
The message is clear. California's real estate landscape is shifting dramatically. Stay informed, stay vigilant. Its beaches still call, its skies are still blue. But beneath the sunshine, the cracks are showing, especially in the housing market. From Los Angeles to Sacramento, from once booming suburbs to iconic cities, buyers are waking up to a new reality. The same homes that soared in price just 2 years ago are now sinking. This isn't just a slowdown, it's a reckoning. Overbuilding, inflated pricing, sky-high insurance, and shaky rental returns have left many Californians and hopeful newcomers holding the bag. And in some cities, that bag is full of falling equity and rising regret. The American dream didn't disappear here, but it did get distorted. So if you're looking to buy in California, be cautious, be informed, be strategic. Not every palm tree hides a paradise. Some are planted in markets that won't recover for years. Don't forget to like this video, share it with anyone who needs to see this vital information, and of course, hit that subscribe button for more in-depth analyses from Discover the Nation. We'll see you in the next video, because sometimes knowing where not to buy can be the best investment decision of all.